Peace be upon you, dear brothers and sisters. Today, I come to you with a message filled with hope and powerful promise. If you have ever felt weighed down by the years you believe were lost, moments wasted, opportunities missed, or dreams delayed, and then listen closely. Allah is about to repay you for every year you think you lost. Imagine that for a moment. Every tear, every regret, every silent prayer, finally receiving its divine response. It's as if life is handing you a refund on a faulty purchase. But this time, the return is not just money. It's blessings multiplied beyond measure. We all know how frustrating it feels when a package arrives late or a service fails to meet expectations. You ask for a refund, hoping justice will be done. But what if the creator of the universe, who knows every heartbeat and every tear, decides to repay you for all those years when things didn't go your way? It's beyond what any human refund could ever offer. This repayment is not just about material wealth or success, but about restoring your spirit, renewing your faith, and opening doors you thought were forever closed. If you've ever felt stuck in a season of life that seemed endless, where time slipped through your fingers like sand, know this: your season is about to change. The divine accountant is reviewing your record, and the balance is about to swing in your favor. Now, you might wonder, is it really possible to be repaid for lost years? The answer is yes, because Allah's mercy is infinite and His timing perfect. Sometimes, life feels like a buffering video, spinning and pausing when we want it to play smoothly. But just like the best streams eventually load perfectly, Allah's timing brings your blessings fully and without interruption. So, if you're tired of waiting, if your heart aches with longing for change, hold on. This moment is a turning point. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share will give you strength and encouragement to face the days ahead with renewed hope. Remember, you are chosen for this blessing. Your lost years are not forgotten. They are being repaid in ways that will surprise you. And this is just the beginning. Imagine for a moment how life often feels like a movie stuck on the buffering screen. You know the scene is supposed to play out beautifully, but the spinning circle of delay makes you impatient, anxious, and even frustrated. That's how many of us feel about the years we think we have lost. Moments when our dreams were paused, hopes deferred, or plans seemed to vanish into thin air. Yet, here's the beautiful truth. Allah is the master director, and He never loses track of His story. And no buffering lasts forever. When we talk about lost years, it's easy to think only about the tangible, missed jobs, broken relationships, or health struggles. But spiritual loss runs deeper. Perhaps you feel distant from your faith, weighed down by guilt, or trapped in cycles that seem impossible to break. These lost years may feel like black holes swallowing your light. But remember, Allah's mercy is like a lighthouse, cutting through the darkest night. Many of us carry regrets like heavy luggage, unwilling to unpack because the weight is too much. But imagine Allah coming to you saying, "I will carry this burden for you and replace your losses with unimaginable blessings." This divine promise is what makes Islam a religion of hope and renewal. It assures us that no matter how far we've drifted, no matter how many mistakes we've made, a new beginning is always within reach. And let's be honest, sometimes life feels like a glitchy video game where you keep losing lives and restarting. But the reset button is always there. Allah's repayment is like hitting that reset button with bonus lives and power-ups you didn't have before. It's a spiritual upgrade that revitalizes your soul and propels you forward. During this waiting period, it's normal to question and even doubt. Why now? Why me? Have I waited too long? These questions echo in many hearts. But the wisdom is this: divine repayment is never too late. It's not measured by human clocks or calendars, but by the perfect timing of Allah, who knows what's best for you. This period before your repayment is also a time of preparation. Like a runner at the starting line, you might feel the tension, the eagerness to move, yet you must stay poised and ready. Your lost years were not in vain. They were your training ground, shaping resilience, patience, and faith. Soon, you will sprint toward a future filled with blessings. So if your heart feels heavy from the past, know that those years are about to be repaid in ways beyond your imagination. The divine is ready to restore, renew, and bless you abundantly. Your buffering days are ending. Get ready to play your life's beautiful scene in full, uninterrupted glory. When Allah repays, He does not give back in equal measure. He doesn't simply rewind the clock or hand you back what you once held. No. He multiplies. He transforms what was dead into something alive, something that carries barakah, beauty, and purpose. You may have spent 10 years walking through the desert of your life, feeling dry and forgotten. But when Allah steps in, those 10 years can be repaid in one moment, with something that nourishes your soul for a lifetime. Some of you have wept quietly in the darkness, asking, Ya Allah, have you forgotten me? Others have buried dreams they once held close, dreams of marriage, healing, peace, or even simply being understood. But Allah never forgets His servant. He sees every tear, every late-night prayer, every whisper of hope. And while you think you've been waiting endlessly, Allah has been preparing the perfect door. Think about Yusuf, peace be upon him, wrongfully imprisoned, isolated from his family, and misunderstood. Years passed in silence. But when Allah's plan unfolded, Yusuf was elevated to a position of power and influence, reunited with his loved ones, and honored in a way that erased the pain of the past. This is not just a story, it's a divine pattern. What Allah did for Yusuf, He can do for you. And don't let your mind limit what this repayment might look like. Maybe it's not just a new opportunity or financial breakthrough. Maybe it's clarity, inner peace, or a deeper connection with Allah that you never had before. Maybe it's the ability to impact others through your past wounds, turning your pain into someone else's healing. Allah's rewards are not always material. They are also spiritual, emotional, eternal. The delay you've experienced was not a denial. It was divine timing, aligning everything behind the scenes. You weren't forgotten. You were being prepared. The reason you didn't get it sooner is because what's coming is too great to be rushed. The version of you that's emerging now is more ready, more refined, more aware. And that's why, when Allah gives, it will not break you. It will elevate you. So if you still feel like you're in the middle of that dry field, I want you to pause. Close your eyes and imagine the first drop of rain falling. It's coming. One drop, then another. And suddenly, life will bloom again. The lost years won't just be repaid. They'll be glorified by the one who can turn a storm into a blessing and a delay into a miracle. Let this truth settle in your heart. The years you thought were silent were filled with divine whispers, carrying your name, your future, your restoration. The heavens haven't been ignoring you. They've been preparing something so profound, so personal, and so powerful, you'll fall in sujood when it arrives. You may not see the full picture now, but soon, you'll understand that nothing was truly lost. It was only postponed, so that when it returns with divine excellence. There is a very real, very sacred kind of silence that often precedes a divine breakthrough. It's not the silence of failure, nor the emptiness of abandonment. It is the quiet moment Allah creates right before He opens a door you never knew existed. The chosen ones, The truly patient servants of Allah know this well. Their life is often filled with moments where nothing seems to be moving. People think they've been forgotten. They even begin to question if their efforts were in vain. But here's the hidden truth. The delay was not a denial. It was a divine strategy. Let's be honest. There are years you spent crying behind closed doors, years where you gave your all and received nothing in return. People took from you, abandoned you, lied to you, and you still chose the path of righteousness. It looked like you were losing, but in reality, you were investing. Investing in a reward system that never goes bankrupt. Every ta'ar was a deposit. Every sincere intention was a divine transaction. And now, Allah is about to send your return. Now I know what you're thinking. But how will it happen? Let me be clear. When Allah repays, He does it in a way that logic cannot forecast. It's not about salary increases or predictable promotions. No, He works through divine reversals. Suddenly, you become the one people rely on. Suddenly, opportunities chase you instead of you chasing them. Suddenly, your name enters rooms you've never stepped into because Allah whispered it to hearts you've never met. This is the nature of divine compensation. It's not just a return, it's a restoration. But here's the catch. You must not resist the shift. Many chosen ones sabotage their own blessings because they are too attached to old pain. They think, I'm used to waiting, maybe this isn't for me. And that mindset cancels what Allah was about to activate. You have to let go of the pain identity. You are no longer the one who was always forgotten. You are the one Allah chose to be remembered. So let me ask you something a bit uncomfortable. Are you truly ready to receive what you've been asking for? Because sometimes people pray for rain but forget to carry an umbrella. Allah is about to open doors, but your posture must reflect readiness. Your heart must expect it. Your speech must align with it. You cannot speak defeat and walk into victory. Here's a subtle but powerful point. Some of the years you lost were actually years where Allah was reprogramming your internal software. You weren't just going through hardship, you were going through spiritual updates. The isolation was not punishment. It was preparation. While the world was busy rushing ahead, Allah was carefully rewiring your soul to handle greater blessings. You weren't left behind. You were being preserved. Don't get distracted by timelines. In the divine world, timing doesn't follow our calendars. Allah does not operate on your deadline. He operates on your development. And now, you've reached a maturity of spirit that can finally carry what He's about to send. You passed the hidden tests. You spoke good when it was easier to complain. You gave even when you were running empty. That wasn't wasted. It was all recorded. And guess what? It's payday. You'll begin to notice signs. People who once overlooked you will return with apology. Doors that once slammed shut will begin to creak open. You'll feel a confidence you didn't plant, because it was placed there by the hand of the Most High. You'll feel yourself smiling without reason, waking up with energy, dreaming again. This isn't emotional hype. This is spiritual awakening. This is the repayment season. Let that sink in. Repayment. Not just the reward, repayment. That means what was taken will be restored with interest. What was broken will be rebuilt with divine precision. You may not get back the people, the time, or the moments you lost, but you will gain something higher. You will receive a harvest so abundant that it will make up for every barren year. And to be very clear, this is not prosperity propaganda. This is not about worldly gain. This is about Allah fulfilling His promise. Indeed, with hardship comes ease. You've walked through the hardship. Now don't flinch when the ease comes. Don't sabotage it. Don't question it. Just receive it with humility, gratitude, and boldness. Because when the King repays, He does not negotiate. He overwhelms. There is something extraordinary happening right now in your life that your physical eyes might not detect, but your soul is already reacting to. You feel it, don't you? That strange mix of expectation and silence. The moments where it feels like time is slowing down. The people you thought would stay suddenly vanish. And the ones you didn't expect to support you begin showing up. This isn't a coincidence. It's divine orchestration. Allah is preparing to reward you in ways that exceed logic, and you are standing on the threshold of that repayment. And now, something is shifting. Your internal world is aligning with your external reality. The prayers that once felt like whispers into the void are now echoing back as answered signs. You've been feeling a stirring lately, maybe a sudden peace in the midst of chaos, or a pull to disconnect from distractions, or a desire to protect your energy. That's not random. That's divine alignment. That's your soul being prepared to receive. Because what's coming next isn't a small blessing. It's a reversal. A divine comeback. The years that felt wasted are about to become the years you thank Allah for the most. Let me say this clearly. Allah does not let pain go unprocessed. He recycles every disappointment into redirection. And when He chooses to reward, He does not consult your past failures to determine your future glory. You may have made mistakes. You may have taken wrong turns. But if you kept walking, if you kept repenting, if you kept believing, then those steps, no matter how weak, were counted. And now, the calculation is complete. So expect the unexpected. Expect to see things move suddenly. Expect blessings to find you in places you didn't chase. Expect promotions, provisions, carry peace, and opportunities that weren't on your radar but were always part of His plan. You've entered the season where divine recompense becomes your reality. The years the locusts devoured, the times you were overlooked, the moments you were misjudged. Allah is about to flip the script. But here's a gentle reminder wrapped in truth. Don't rush to announce it. Let Allah unfold it. Let the blessings speak for themselves. The people who doubted you will see the results without you saying a word. The ones who turned away will wish they had stayed. And the ones who hurt you, they were just instruments in your purification. Their betrayal built your patience. Their absence created space for Allah's presence. Don't resent them. Release them. Because your blessing is not tied to them. It's tied to your obedience. Chosen one, Allah is about to repay you for every tear, every sleepless night, every prayer you thought was ignored. But it's not just about what you're going to receive. It's about who you are becoming. Stronger, wiser, softer, yet more unshakable. You're not returning to who you used to be. You're becoming someone you've never been. Someone designed for this new elevation. And just between you and me, isn't it ironic how your lowest seasons produced your greatest clarity? That's because pain breaks the noise of the world and tunes you into the whispers of the divine. And now that you're tuned in, stay there. Don't let noise re-enter. Protect your peace like it's your passport to the next level, because it is. Get ready. You're not just being repaid, you're being trusted with what's next, too. And now, chosen one, we arrive at the edge of something sacred, the final stretch, the place between not yet and any moment now. And though the journey has been long, filled with hidden tears, silent prayers, and battles no one else saw, you need to know this: nothing was in vain. Not a single sigh, not a single sacrifice. Because with Allah, even your waiting worships Him. You've been stretched, yes, pressed, broken open, but all of it was heaven's way of removing what was not aligned with your future. The weight wasn't there to crush you, it was there to crown you. And now that you've survived what others couldn't even imagine, The compensation will be something even your imagination never dared to paint. Allah is about to write a new chapter for you, one so luminous, even your past will kneel before it and say, it was all worth it. When Allah repays, He doesn't repay according to your pain. He repays according to His majesty. That means exponentially. That means in ways you never saw coming, from directions you never prayed for, and through miracles you didn't even think you deserved. But He says, I am as my servant thinks of me. You trusted Him in the darkness. Now He will light up your path so brightly that even your enemies will have to admit, this is from Allah. The season will not pass without a sign. Something inside you is already awakening, a soft signal in your soul that something new is near. You can feel the shift, even if it hasn't arrived yet. The burden feels lighter. Your heart feels more calm. That's not coincidence. That's a divine signal. Your days of scraping for hope are ending. Now you will walk in provision, in purpose, in peace. But before we close this chapter, let your soul hear this clearly. No matter what you went through, Allah never stopped seeing you. In every breakdown, He saw the struggle. In every sujood, He recorded your tears. In every heartbreak, He was near. Closer than breath, closer than your thoughts. And now, He is about to announce your new beginning in the most undeniable way. So before the flood of blessings arrive, let us pause together. Let us seal this moment with a prayer, one that reflects every hidden hope your heart has carried, and every wound you've healed in silence. Ya Allah, Lord of the unseen and the seen, the turner of hearts and the restorer of what was lost. We come to You in humility, in exhaustion, in deep yearning, asking that You now lift what has been heavy on the shoulders of Your chosen ones. Repay them, Ya Rab, for every year they waited, for every night they wept, for every opportunity they gave up for Your sake. Make this next season one of restoration beyond reason. Let their names be whispered in gatherings of angels. Let risk chase them. Let peace drown them. Let love find them, halal, whole, and heaven sent. Erase their past debts, Ya Allah, and open doors that were once locked. Heal their bodies, mend their hearts, calm their minds, make them light in a world of shadows. And most of all, grant them Jannah, not only in the next life, but tastes of it in this one. And if they ever forget their worth, remind them gently that they were never abandoned, only protected, only redirected, only being prepared for something far greater. Ameen, Ameen, Ameen.